Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Angels, Fairies, and Witches. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Laura.
So, I'd like to start off today's subject by mentioning that Laura and I recently, maybe the last 3 months, became vegetarians. And not telling you all how to live your life, but I could tell you that I think our energy levels are better. I just it was a long time that I was trying to be a vegetarian because I have so many cats and I love animals, and yet here I couldn't cram enough cheeseburgers down my throat. And then something happened.
Yeah, something happened. My bird passed away, my beloved baby, and yeah. So my doctor suggested, he's a vegetarian, and he suggested that maybe for a month after that I try and forego meat.
And chicken and fish.
Right. So.
And he's a wonderful man, and he's Hindu. And so his belief, sort of karmically, was that if for 1 month she would not eat beef, chicken, or fish, that would somehow make everything, it would be a nice tribute to her beloved bird. And I thought it was just so wonderful that I said that I would join her. The problem was that was on a Friday, and we had long-standing plans on Saturday, the next day. Hello, Merlin. Looking filthy. That we were going to go to a favorite restaurant far out on Long Island, where you go to eat meat. So I said, okay, you know what? Let's just go one last hurrah, and then we're done with it. And we went there, and what'd you have? A big old steak or something?
Yeah.
And
I believe I did.
Like T-bone. I ended up having roast duck, Long Island wild duck a l'orange, and it was wonderful. So we toasted the memory of her bird, and we toasted the fact that this was the last time that we were going to eat meat, we thought, for a month. And on the way home, we stopped by, I think it was Hempstead State Park. Well, we were somewhere anyway, and so we just got out to take a little nature walk, and there was a beautiful pond, and we stopped there, and there were ducks, and we were feeding them. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I had just eaten a duck, and
Yep.
that was a powerful moment. So it's now been about 3 months, and I tell you, if you can try, I'm not talking about being vegan. That's something I don't know if we'll ever work up to. But just the whole idea of nothing with a face. I spoke to a few Hindu people at my job, and so their philosophy is literally spare the animals, nothing live. And that's some powerful stuff. So I know a lot of you out there have animals that you love very much, and maybe just try it. See if you can go a day or two. There's lots of other substitutes. The companies Boca and Morningstar make wonderful burgers and hot dogs and chicken cutlets.
The Boca burgers are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
They really are.
Mm-hmm. The tofurkey, that just, I'm sorry, that's gross. It's a little hit and miss, but there's lots of different options. So, that being said, I thought today we would talk about I ams.
Great.
Try to contain your enthusiasm for this. You got something you want to talk about?
No.
Well, then we're going to talk about what I want to talk about.
I ams is good.
Okay, what are
I am excited.
I am getting annoyed. Okay, let's start by talking about what an I am is. Well, it's words, but it's more than that. It's a declaration to the universe. And I think people, if they understood the power of their words and their thoughts and their intentions, would really keep themselves in check as far as what they're saying. How many times do you say to a coworker, oh, how's your weekend? How's your day? I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm broke. I'm bored. I'm lonely. Whether you realize it or not, you are sending these words right out to the universe. And what's the universe doing? Responding and giving you more of the same. So that being said, we like to start our day in separate locations. We do not live together, although we did for 4 days during Hurricane Sandy. And back to the I ams. First, maybe you'd be more comfortable with stating things that you know to be true, okay, about yourself. And then you can kind of explore and do more creative things. I am beautiful. I'm smart. I'm funny as hell. I'm interesting. Why don't you give me a few?
I am happy. I am content. I am joyful. I am healthy.
And then you want to go into things.
I am loved.
In a heterosexual way, yes, you are loved. The cat is certainly loving you right now.
Yep.
So once you're comfortable, and again, you could do it verbally, you could do it mentally, you could do it looking at yourself in the mirror, and you want to repeat till it becomes a part of you, like you're breathing. Now, let's say there's things that you don't have in your life or you don't feel, but you want to. Again, don't state it like, I want to be 10 pounds lighter. I wish I had more money.
You have to be in the present. I am.
I am.
Yeah, because if you wish or you want, you're always going to be wanting
And wishing.
it to happen, and it's not going to happen. So you have to be in the present moment, which is how most of us should live, and not live in the past and not try to guess what the future is going to be. Just live in the moment.
There's a really good book that came out about a year ago. It's Eckhart Tolle.
Totally.
Do you pronounce the E?
Yeah. Well, okay. I do.
Well, I don't know. Tolle. I think it's just Toll.
Okay.
Well, she pronounces the E, okay? Now I lost my train of thought. Okay, Eckhart Tolle, right. It's called The Power of Now. And I'll be honest, I tried to read it and it was a little heavy reading. But then I saw he did an interview with Oprah and he explained the book and it was wonderful. And if you just think about this concept, you hear it all the time. Be present in the moment. Savor each moment. How many of us out there really do that? I don't think very many. Maybe like some monks and some yogis. But we have jobs, we have kids, we have friends, we have family,
we have routines.
Have pets.
We have routines.
We are running in a million directions.
Right. We just do the same things over and over again, and it's not really living in the moment.
Right. So if you could try this practice, and again, I understand all these different time constraints that people have, but if you could just really take a deep breath, and wherever you are, well, right now you're watching our show, so be in the present. Connect with us. Fully immerse yourself in the show and this gems of wisdom that we're giving you. Another example might be you're in traffic or you're waiting in a line, okay? I'm not the most patient person, but I have learned, just stop, just breathe. You know what? You're in traffic because you're going to your job and you have a job and that brings in money and that affords for you and your family. So be grateful for that. Yes, you're in traffic. It's not going to last forever. Sometimes it'll feel that way, especially on the Van Wyck. Oh my God, every damn day.
Yeah.
In line at a grocery store, and the woman in front of me always is the elderly woman that's paying for stuff in pennies. And, I've got to get somewhere, and then she drops it on the floor out of her purse. You know what? I'm standing in line with groceries that are going to feed my family. I can pay for it easily. What do I have to rush to? Just again, being grateful for every single moment. If you're on the phone with a friend, if you're hanging out with a friend, I saw this recently. I don't go out publicly very much, bars and restaurants. Ooh, I used to go to bars. And it's not to make me sound crazier than I already am, but when I go out in areas like that, I very often see departed loved ones for other people, and it's not always the case, but there are times I then have to get up from the person I'm with and my meal and my cocktail and go over and help this person make a connection. It's not like the Long Island Medium. Mixed reviews about that show. It's a lot less made-for-TV drama. But anyway, so that's why I normally have a lot of company in the house. But I was at a recent retirement party recently, and it was in a place called Donovan's, which is great on Bayside. And so I saw a bunch of couples. Some were married, some, I guess, maybe just, dating. This is what I saw. This one on the cell phone, that one texting. I mean, and I'm sure you see it all the time. Stop, stop. You're having a lovely meal with a lovely person. Focus on them, connect to them. Don't you see that?
Sure. Way too much. People are really obsessed with their gadgets.
I know, and during Hurricane Sandy, a lot of people didn't have use of their computers, and they were losing their minds. So, the whole information superhighway. Do we really need access to everything at a second's notice? That kind of takes the joy out of simple pleasures and brief moments, because that's all your life is a series of moments.
When I'm caught in traffic, I just like to tell myself, I'm sure that I'm missing an accident somewhere. I'm not going to get caught in an accident. Nothing's going to happen to me, or I'm not going to get stopped because I'm being delayed. So I try to look at it as that's why it's happening. And then I try and enjoy the music on my radio. If you have the luxury of having a radio that has music, or if you enjoy listening to talk radio, which a lot of people do, and a lot of it's very informative.
Not me, sorry. Or, traffic and waiting in line, what you're really being given is a gift of time.
That's right.
So, bringing it all together, that's a perfect time to do these I ams. So what is it you don't have in your life that you want, or you want more of? I know a lot of people that wish they could travel. Not me. Don't like planes, don't like boats, like to be on the ground. Listen, I dated enough pilots years ago that got me terrified of flying, but not going to impart any of that to you. Not going to even say what airline.
And yet she's a witch.
I know. Anyway, but people that like to travel, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. Why not turn it into an I am? I am a frequent flyer. I am a seasoned traveler.
I am able to afford a 2-week trip to wherever you want to go, Hawaii or
Salem.
Right.
You guys should really check out Salem. Not now, because a lot of it closes down in the winter. It's just too damn cold up there. But spring through fall, it's a lovely old... Oh, and it's another cat. This is Winnie. This is one of my rescue kittens. Come here, Winnie. Say hi. And this is Merlin. Isn't she sweet? Anybody want her? No? Me neither.
She's a rescue kitten.
Yes, a joy to behold. And this is the jealous old lady. All right, so getting back to the I ams. What if you have some health problems? A lot of people do. Headaches, backaches, pains in the neck. Oh, sorry. I could have said pain in the ass. And now I just did. Maybe something really awful like cancer, or... Come on, rock out some problems here.
Arthritis, diabetes, heart disease.
We doing this alphabetically, or does it just seem that way?
It just seems that way.
Okay, so instead of focusing on high blood pressure, that's a good one. A lot of people suffer from that.
Yep.
Instead of focusing on I want to feel better, I wish I felt better, my blood pressure is stable. My joints move freely. I am pain-free. I don't want to have any more pain. I am pain-free.
Right. It's stating the positive. Always staying to the positive side of the thought, and not saying I don't want pain, it's staying in the positive
Laura
side
and I
of the
used to
mind.
go rounds and rounds and rounds on this, because I would say, are you kidding? The universe can't tell the difference. Is the universe that dumb? They don't know what I mean. But it's not that. It's when you
literal.
say it is
Yeah,
literally.
It is literal.
It's literal. That's I
Yeah.
just tripped up a little there.
Yes, you do.
And so there's passages in the Bible. I know, me quoting the Bible, but it's actually also in all these other religious books. The Torah, the Quran, believe it or not. What's the Indian one? The Gita something? Oh, sorry to my Indian friends. Gita something. Where God, the universe, Hashem, your own soul, because it's suggested that you're co-creators with the universe, has stated
Adonai in the
Adonai.
Hebrew religion,
It states
which stands for I am.
Adonai stands for I am.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. See that? I didn't know that. I know there's that passage that God says something like, I am who am.
I am that I am.
I am that I am. I think Popeye said that too. No, that
Oh, you
I
are
am.
silly.
What did he say? I am what I am. I am. All right. Anyway, point is this. When you practice starting your phrases with I am, it's a declaration to the universe. And, you know, it says again in the Bible, kind of whatever you say to be so, I will bring to you. So, and I am is probably one of the most powerful declarative sentences you can make. So, I am loved. I am financially abundant. I am healthy head to toe. And
there's so many different ways you can phrase it too.
Well, no, there isn't. There's only one.
No, I mean,
what are you talking about?
For prosperity, there's so many different ways you can phrase it.
Right, but always
for
start
joy,
with
right.
I am.
Right, exactly.
Now we're on the same page. Don't know for how long, but now we're on the same page. So let's give some other, and then what you really have to do, it's the ask, believe, receive. Except when you say I am, you're not asking. Well, you kind of are, I guess. You're stating a wish in the present moment. So let's say you say, I am abundant. Let's try that one. Or I am prosperous. Okay, that can mean so many different things.
Right, not just riches.
Right. Could
Absolutely.
mean money, certainly. You could be prosperous in terms of having so many friends and having such success. Prosperity. Watch what the universe does, how it rushes these things to you as if by magic. And you have to notice them, accept them, and be grateful for them. So, give me another example of an I am. Something that you use every day and how it brought something that you wanted into your life.
Okay. Well,
thank God it's not a live show. You know. All right, I have one.
What?
You just sit there and stew on something.
Let me hear what you're having to say.
I am better on camera than you. No, what I wanted to say is perhaps you're noticing this absolutely lovely couch that Laura and I are sitting on. Now, if you can notice, minus the cat, the vintage woodwork here, this couch is so old it's actually called a Davenport, and you can see it's in amazingly beautiful condition. So, a couple months ago, you know, I had that brown leather couch, which I had had for about 16 years, and it served me well. But it was really showing its age, and, you know, sometimes you'd see the show, and Laura and I, our asses would kind of be on the floor because it was imploding. So I said, okay, you know what? Need a new couch, obviously. So before I even I-ammed it or put it out to the universe, I went to Bob's Furniture, went to the catalog because he's got, you know, cheap, good deals. Well, do you know couches are like $2,000? Because I didn't. And I didn't even want anything fancy or a pull-out bed. I just wanted a damn couch. And I thought I could afford it, but did I really want to spend this kind of money on a couch? Not really. So I thought, okay, let's put this to the test. I put out to the universe that I wanted a very affordable, vintage-looking couch Did I put anything else to it? Very affordable, vintage looking, that would just come to me very easily. And I would have to say, I recited this every day to myself, once or twice a day. And within about a week's time, I get a call from none other than, we have a mutual friend who, through a series of events, had somebody in her family pass away, and since April had been going through the daunting task of cleaning things out. And all this time, a couch was never mentioned. And then once I put it out to the universe, about a week later, maybe not even, I get a call from her saying that our friend Hyacinth has this great couch and would I like it free of charge, and sight unseen, only because I do trust her judgment as far as knowing my taste. All of a sudden, I get this couch. And first of all, it's I didn't even have a mental picture of the kind of couch I wanted, but that's another good thing too. You can get an image of exactly what you want. In this case, I just knew I wanted it antique and affordable. Well, it's absolutely antique. It's vintage. It's beautiful. It was free. She had a couple of guys deliver it and then take my old couch away. So,
well, that's what I was going to mention. I did
no,
have.
It wasn't.
No, not
You're
the couch.
You're going to mention this. Oh.
No, not the couch.
Okay.
That's what I was going to mention. That in the morning, I say I am able to pay all my bills and my rent and still have money left over for charity and fun. And I've been unemployed since May of 2012, and I still the jobs, little side jobs, have come to me that I've been able to pay my rent and
but see, that's not an
bills
accident either, because what she's been doing, she used to be a recreation director in a nursing home like I am, and she's good with the elderly, and these jobs that have been coming have had to do with the elderly, but it's private companion, home care worker, and it's never just, this is the thing you have to understand, when you I am and you want stuff, a lot of times we were taught not to want, but as much, the universe is abundant and unlimited, and so these gifts that come to you, it's always for the benefit of others as well. Yes, you got a bunch of these jobs to take care of these elderly people, so your needs are met, but look at the difference you've made in the lives of these people.
Yep.
So it's always a blessing. You just have to notice, pay attention, put it out to the universe, say thank you. Let's think of another one. Or are you tapped out for the day? Loving this.
No.
Okay, why do you think people have a problem declaring what it is their true heart's desire? Because I think a lot of times it's fear.
Fear, which is ego, once again.
Well, explain the ego, because you said ego a few episodes ago. So
Right. Ego is the side of doubt in you, the side that says you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not good enough, or encourages you to say bad things, gossip about people and say bad things, as opposed to the voice of the Holy Spirit. We all have a piece of whatever you refer to it as. A divine spark is in our soul, and those boys, they have voices, so it's like the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other that you see depicted often. That's exactly what it is, and you really need to listen to that divine spark, because then you'll really live a happy life, a joyful life.
An easy way to remember about what the ego is is that it could stand for edging God out.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I wish I invented that, but I did. I ripped off Wayne Dyer, but I'm giving him props now. So, EGO, edging God out.
Yeah.
Whenever you do something that you know to be unkind, hurtful, malicious, mean, that's just karma. So, in terms of the I ams, if you're feeling unworthy, unloved, get out of your own head. We are all made in the perfect creation of God, of the universe. We are all the same. We're all in this together. So stop being jealous and hating, and focus on bringing abundance and prosperity and joy and love and peace and health into your own life.
That's how you can tell the difference between whether it's ego or the divine spark speaking to you. If it has anything to do with anything other than love and kindness, then it's ego.
Right.
Yeah, basically. Everything else is just
Well, that doesn't
ego.
mean you have to be like a goody two-shoes all the time. I mean, I curse like a sailor, drink like a fish, and have enjoyed the company of many men. So you could still have a fun... I know, why am I talking about this? Partly because I know my mother's going to see the episode, but more than that, you can have a joy-filled life.
Yes,
They're both
indeed.
cracking up. Why? Is this anything worse than I've ever said before?
No.
No, just more of the usual.
More of the
Okay.
usual. You're a saucy lass.
Where the hell did that come from? Back to the I ams. I am being made fun of.
But
Your own self-worth.
the whole idea is to have love and joy in your life. That's it. End of story. And you do. That brought you a lot of joy, I'm sure.
And hopefully our viewers too. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for inviting us into your home. Stay with us next week when it's me and my hetero life mate on the couch again. For Angels, Fairies, Witches, this is Michelle saying goodnight.
Be well, and don't forget to call us, or if you have any questions, or email us at angelsfairieswitches@gmail.com.
Or you could pick up Creations Magazine and find my ad in there. I'm
Yay.
sorry, I just had to get that in.
That's good.
Okay. Thank you all.